The Department of Water and Sanitation says KwaZulu-Natal's biggest town will face a water supply crisis in the next 5 years if nothing is done. The department spokesperson, Sputnik Ratau, says a lack of maintenance is one of the main reasons for a looming water crisis in eThekwini and Pietermaritzburg. Ratau joins me now for a further discussion on this matter. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. I mean, a massive warning, saying that day zero will soon approach. This is a crisis. What is the department doing about it?
Yeah, I think to say that day zero is approaching would not be the correct thing. But what we are saying is that if nothing is happening, and obviously it is in our interest and it is part of our mandate as a department to make sure that the drying of taps does not happen. And that is why working with Umgeni Water, there's a lot of work that we are doing together with municipalities to make sure that we do not get there. And that is why, what we look at, we normally do we look at scenarios for the 30 to 50 year kind of timeline that can be able to prepare us for such eventualities. And obviously, for the cities that you have spoken about that are supplied by the Umgeni water supply system, there is an extensive network of water conveyance and treatment infrastructure that is in place, and that will continue to be in place and be assured to function optimally, so that we can be able to ensure that that eventuality does not happen. And when you look at the fact that we have dams that have been there for a very long time, but we also have new dams that have come in, new pipelines that have come in, but we are also looking at augmentation projects that will be able to ensure that we do not get to such eventuality.
Yeah. In order to avoid such eventualities, a number of factors have been attributed to the situation that is now right at the forefront, such as mismanagement, a lack of infrastructure maintenance, and incomplete water projects. I mean, what are the grand plans around looking at these factors and ensuring that there isn't a consistent reoccurrence?
Yeah, part of what we look at always is that we have to reconcile future requirements with the available water resource. Remember that the water that we have is not replenishable. So we will always depend as a country in the first instance on surface water in order to be able to make sure that we have sufficient water to come in. And that is why the infrastructure that we have speaks to such. But obviously, because of the demands that are growing, economic growth, water supply services, population growth, and all of those things, we had to look at some of those other matters that are going to help us in the long term. And that is why we normally have what we call the reconciliation strategies that look at what is available now, what kind of demands are we seeing as in the current, but obviously what is the impact in the future. And those will then be able to assist us to be able to say what kind of new things are going to come in. And when we look at the fact that part of the major issues that is going to assist us is the implementation of the intervention through the Umkomazi Dam, and that process is already way ahead, and we are sure that it will be able to assist us so much. But the issue of new infrastructure must also be able to be married to the challenges that are available or that are in place now. For instance, we are going to put in that new infrastructure, the Umkomazi Dam. It will come with the pipelines and all of that. But if it's going to feed into a system that is losing water, about 56% almost of the water that we give to eThekwini that is lost, then we will actually not be able to do much. That is why the issue of taking care of water losses is primary.
Very well. Thank you so much. We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you for your time. The department, Sputnik Ratau, speaking there to some of the concerns when it comes to KZN's coastal towns, which are set to face water crisis.